Well, hello everyone. My name is Rick Pasek, the Fly Fish Fanatic, and welcome to my tying bench. Today we'll be tying another little chironomid pattern. Probably the simplest chironomid pattern you can tie, or one of at least. I know there's a few others out there that just use like just straight out thread, and that's about it. I know Mac from Mac Flies just did one that I absolutely loved. It was just all straight black with the rib was the thread twisted up. So, and I thought it was absolutely genius. So, yeah. So I'm gonna tie a fairly simple one here. It's a flashy one. This is one for when they're not super excited and hunting. Sorry, I'm just looking for my hooks that I had out here. I don't know where the heck they ended up. So I will have to see if I can quickly find another package. I can use these here. I don't know where they went. They were just right here. Oh, you know what? I bet you I had a little bit of a issue here. I bet you I kicked them. Yeah, that's what I did. I kicked them to the floor. It was my last video. I dropped something and then I tried to scramble, and guess what? I kicked them to the floor. So we're gonna be using I'll start by switching over for you guys, and then we're going to start with Hens BL554, size 10. Yeah, it's a little on the large side size, but I just want it so you guys can see it more than anything. Then I'm going to be using a small 1/8 black bead, and I'm going to put the large end in first. So the large end is up to the front. Then I'll put it in my vise, tighten it down, drop the bead back, take my black thread. Well, actually, you know what? I'm just gonna grab just a different hook here. I'm actually gonna do it with the other one that I grabbed out. I like it better. These are the 550 clink hammers. I really like these 550s, these clink hammer hooks for chironomids. It's just got that little bit extra of a bit of a bend there, but that's just my taste. Okay, so just some Zemperfly Nano Silk to start. Just put that right up at the front here. Just a real thin little coat, a little bit there. Nip off your nano. Take a little tiny piece of white Antron. Stick it past the front. Nice and tight. Make sure it's on top. Yeah, you know why? Because I didn't wax it, but that's okay. For what I need, that's good. So now I'm just going to nip that off. Don't worry about the front right now. Take my whip finisher, just give that a bit of a whip finish, because I really don't care what it looks like, to be honest, right now. It doesn't matter. Nip off that thread. Pull your bead up and over, and then figure out what length you want to cut it. I don't like them too long. That's about it. It's a little bit of a gill. Just a hint of gill. So the rest of the fly is one material, and it's this here. It's the I just pulled it out. It's the Zemperfly Gowla blend. Let's see if I can show you the Gowla blend on a spool. This actually makes really good boatman bodies and stuff too. This stuff, the Alberta boatmen do it in different color patterns. There's a rainbow and green and red, and I mean this stuff is excellent for so many different things, right? So for creating bodies on nymphs, for creating bodies on stuff like this, it's just really cool. It just gives it a really neat little pattern. So, and every single one, because of the way the material is, every single one is going to be slightly different, right? So I'm just gonna, just like you're putting on thread, nip that off. The stuff is pretty, I won't say brittle, but It's not the strongest material in the world, so you do have to be careful when you get to, especially to the hook tip. You don't want to be catching it if possible. So I'm just going to go down around the corner here, and then I'm going to come back. And you see how that's changing colors? Sometimes you got a little bit more blue, sometimes you got a little bit more orange, sometimes you got a little bit more red. It's all part of this blend, right? Just going to counterclockwise twist that, just flatten it a bit. This stuff is kind of twisted anyway, but so now I'm just going to go back about 3/4 of the way and then come back again, just creating my typical chironomid taper, right? Then I'm going to go back about halfway and then come back again. About 1/4 of the way. Oh, there you go. I must have touched the tip. That's okay. That'll get fixed easy enough. I'll just get that started in front here, and then I'll nip off all that waste. And just so you guys can see, I don't edit any of my videos. Like I edit them, but I don't edit out any mistakes. But just I want you guys to see that, hey, everybody makes them, especially you beginners. I want you guys to know. Don't get frustrated if little things like this happen. You know, you break thread, you break a hackle off, whatever. I mean, mistakes happen. I mean, stuff happens. You just gotta. Sign of a good tire is to be able to recover from that, right? And be able to fix the mistake, right? So that's that. That's it. Now I'll clean up that one little piece there in a minute, but now I'm just going to whip finish with this material. You could be careful, but you can do it. That bounced all the way back there. See, another mistake. Well, not really a mistake. That just kind of jumped on me for whatever reason, so I'll just bring it back. No big deal. It's all going to get covered with UV anyway, so 1, 2, 3. Just got to be careful when you're doing your whip finish. This stuff does, well, like you can see there, it does start wanting to fray, so. Okay. Actually, it's not looking too bad considering what happened. So now I'm going to take a little bit of Gulf resin. Now I could put a hot spot on here, or I could, you know, whatever I wanted, but I'm not going to. I like these. These got enough flash and variation in them. You don't need to add that. So now this is the Gulf. This is, I can't remember what the name of this one is, but this is the thicker one. This isn't the Thinman. And the reason I like using this one a bit better is because it moves a bit slower, and you can get it into these little gaps, because this stuff, obviously, I mean, it's not as flat as thread, right? So it does create these little spots and gaps and stuff. So this, if you leave it alone a little bit, it'll flow. Let's just get you guys there. It'll flow in a little bit nicer. So just gonna get that to settle a bit. And then I'm going to zapper with my UV torch. And then when I'm done that, I'll give it a thin little coat of Sally Hansen's, and she's finished. Like I said, it's a simple little fly. And I tie them with and without the gills. I'll show you one without the gills as soon as I got this one dried up. And a little bit of Sally's on there, and I'll grab it off there. So just a real thin little. Again, there's a couple of reasons I use Sally's. You'll see that, you guys see that on a lot of the flies that I use any of the resins on. I like finishing them off with the Sally Hansen's, because if there's any little gaps, any little holes, anything like that, this will flow into them, right? So there, that's that one finished, and then I'll show you one without the. This one's got no. Right? No no gills, no floss. But you see all those colors in there, eh? But yeah, these things can be really effective when the fish are kind of turned off, and they're just like you're trying to catch their eye, but you don't want to catch their eye with too big of a thing or too gaudy of a thing. These work really well. So, and again, that's the 1/69th 0.04 millimeter, 0.4 millimeter Gala blend. I always say that wrong. So, from Zemperfly, and it comes on a roll like that, right? So, all right. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. Like I said, it's really easy to tie and really effective on those times and days that the fish are being really picky, and you just got to have something that just stands out, but not too much, right? Like not putting something big and gaudy and shiny on, but something that will have a little bit of shine and just stand out in the crowd. So, alrighty. Well, hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, thumbs up. If you guys have subscribed, thank you very much. If you have not, please consider doing so, and we'll talk to you guys on the next tying video. See you later, Tie Lines.